Hey guys, what's up? James here from Embark, and today I wanted to talk to you guys and share with you my reading list for 2022. So I'm an avid reader and I'm a big believer in it being fundamental for creativity as well as for success. And over the years, my reading habits have changed. I mainly read non-fiction books, sort of business, smart thinking books from sort of 2014 through to 2019. And then when COVID hit, I sort of got into fiction books a bit more and read a lot of sci-fi over sort of 2019, 2020, 2021. And this year I want to read a mixture. So my aim for this year is the same as it was for last year, which is 36 books for the year. So that's 3 books a month on average. But I would like to split it up as sort of 2 books per month that are fiction and 1 book per month that is non-fiction. And depending how I go, maybe in the year it will, instead of being a sort of 12-24 split between non-fiction and fiction, it might be like a 16-20 split, potentially. We'll see how I go. Now, the fiction bit will be easy because I love reading my Kindle at night to wind down before I go to bed, but non-fiction is a little bit trickier because I have to read it sort of during the day. Otherwise, I just can't concentrate. I need to be up and awake to be able to sort of get stuck in. Plus, I like to reread stuff and make notes and really get stuck in. So I'm going to set aside that time to read it, make notes, reread, and then I'm also going to make a small video review for each non-fiction book that I read this year and put it up on this channel. I've got a few book reviews already up on the channel. I'll have a playlist linked below so you can go check those out if you're interested. And without further ado, here is my 2022 non-fiction reading list. So number 1, we have Principles by Ray Dalio. This one has absolutely tons of information in, so it's going to be one that I'll sort of dip in and out of each week, making notes as I go. And if I'm going to do a review of this, I'll probably do that at sort of the end of the year. It's a beautiful book. I'm going to enjoy reading this one and making notes. So yeah, expect that review towards the end of the year. Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. This is book number 2. I actually started reading this last year, but never sort of set aside time to read it and finish it off. And that's partly why I'm making this video, is to remind myself and make myself accountable for reading my non-fiction books this year. And what can I say? Jordan Peterson has changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people by, condensing the writing and teachings of many of the great philosophers and psychologists. I'm looking forward to finishing this off and then potentially reading his follow-up, Beyond Order. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Like Principles, book number 1, I'm going to be dipping in and out of this sort of throughout the year. It's a very, very dense book with a whole lifetime of knowledge condensed down into over 600 pages. So again, one I'm really looking forward to, but it's gonna take me a while to get through. Apocalypse Never by Michael Shellenberger. Michael Shellenberger is a massive proponent of nuclear energy, nuclear power, as well as an all-round environmentalist. Shellenberger caught my eye on Twitter, and after reading some of his articles, I wanted to see him sort of elaborate further on his ideas and show proof with data. So I grabbed this last Christmas. I failed to get round to reading it in 2021, but I want to definitely get through it in 2022. Rebel Ideas by Matthew Syed. So I read Matthew Syed's Black Box Thinking book back in 2017, I think, and I loved the book and Matt's writing style. So I picked up his latest book, Rebel Ideas, sometime sort of last year, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting stuck in. Next book is Hooked by Naya Eyal. Not really sure on the pronunciation, so apologies. I received this as a gift. I put it on my Amazon wishlist and someone got it for me as a gift, so thank you very much. It's written with Ryan Hoover as well, who is founder of Product Hunt, so this book will hopefully bring me some additional knowledge on consumer habits and increase my marketing skills. The First 20 Hours by Josh Kaufman. I read and reread Josh Kaufman's The Personal MBA so many times. It's a ridiculously good book. I absolutely loved it. And I wrote a summary of the book on our Medium, which has now been read over 2,500 times. And I also made a video of the summary too, so you can watch that here if you are interested. Then I saw Josh's new book and couldn't resist getting it. I'm looking forward to this, and I hope it is as content rich as his first book. If so, I'll definitely be rereading it over and over again. The next book is The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. Waterstones had a 50% off hardback sale just after Christmas, and I got a voucher for Christmas for Waterstones from my brother, so I popped in there and had a look for the Penguin hardback classics. I picked up The Prince by Machiavelli and also Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I've heard partial philosophies and quotes from Machiavelli since I was young, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to pick up one of his most famous pieces. So I also picked up Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil. It's a collection of nearly 300 aphorisms that attempt to sum up his philosophy. Now, I'm a big fan of Nietzsche's work, having heard a lot of his philosophy through modern teachers like Jordan Peterson, but I'm looking forward to hearing his original works for myself and reading it for myself. Atomic Habits by James Clear. What can I say? I've been following and engaging with James Clear and his posts on Twitter for years now, and I've explored his website in depth, but now I have the chance to read his best-selling book, all of his knowledge condensed down into a book that I will be keeping in arm's reach for a very long time. And the last book is The Great Mental Models Volume 1 from Shane Parrish at Farnham Street. My fiance brought me this book for Christmas, and I've spent hours and hours on Farnham Street blog, reading and learning about mental models, but now I can actually read the first part of Shane's full body of work. It's a beautiful hardback, and it looks really interesting. So this is going to be a fun one to read and reread. So that's it from me, guys. That is my non-fiction 2022 reading list. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to like, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. We have new videos coming out every single week. Drop me a comment. What book are you going to read this year? Are you going to read any of the books I just mentioned? Let me know in the comments. I would love to chat to you guys. I've been James from Embark, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.